Sheesh! The world is ending, bro. No joke, bro. Still gonna repent, bro. Sheesh! Look, listen mga pare. Storms are crazy, bro. Sheesh! Bro, we see fires everywhere, bro. Hell is coming, bro. Sheesh! Still gonna repent, bro. Sheesh! 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 Sheesh!
That can't be true.
Actually, there is some truth to that.
So you're telling me that the world is really ending?
Not that part. Everything else, look it up and see for yourself. Hi, this is Enzo and welcome to the show.
Wait, what does carbon dioxide have to do with this?
Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas that traps heat from the sun, making the earth warmer. But there are also other gases responsible for this, such as methane and nitrous oxide.
So the world is ending because of these greenhouse gases?
The world isn't ending, it's just undergoing climate change.
But I learned in TikTok that climate change is natural.
That's right. Climate change was natural until the 1850s. Since the Industrial Revolution, carbon dioxide emissions have been increasing so rapidly that climate change has made natural disasters more like catastrophes.
We don't even release that much carbon, so we should be safe. Look, China and the United States contribute the most of these emissions.
Sure, our carbon emissions are not as bad, but gas emissions can easily scatter all over the world by means of air current. And sadly, third world countries like ours suffer the most from the dangers of climate change.
Dito naman sa Pilipinas, may ilang lugar na posible raw mabura sa mapa kapag lumala pa ang epekto ng global warming at climate change.
According to the government, the country lost around $10 billion or around half a trillion pesos over the past decade due to climate-related hazards. So what does this mean for ordinary Filipinos?
Oh no, I need to start recycling. I need to start planting trees. We need to save the world.
Planting trees, reusing, reducing, recycling waste, biking to school every day, using metal straws and paper bags. Many people have been doing this for ages but show little to no effect in the climate change problem. China and the United States, the biggest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions, release about 16 billion tons of carbon dioxide each year. That's about 41 trillion jugs filled with carbon dioxide. Most emissions come from energy production, agriculture, industrial processes, and waste. To offset this much carbon, you need to plant enough bamboo trees to cover more than 920 million basketball courts.
That's impossible to do. Is there any way to decrease this carbon instead?
For starters, countries should shift to low-emission energy. Nuclear, solar, wind, hydroelectric, geothermal, and biomass energy emit less carbon and are better for the environment. Use of electric trains as a means of mass transport emit 20 to 35% less carbon. We can also change our diet from meat to vegetables. Raising farm animals emit a huge amount of greenhouse gas.
I've decided I'm going vegetarian.
Well, you would need to watch where you're getting your vegetables from. Some farms use synthetic fertilizers. It has a high level of nitrogen and ammonia that leave a lot of greenhouse gas emissions, and you may have to fertilize several times during the growing season. While organic fertilizers emit less greenhouse gases and retain nutrients in the soil for longer.
These alternatives are too much for one person. Is the government doing something about this?
Actually, there are efforts being made. France created an agreement called the Paris Agreement, composed of 195 countries agreeing to push efforts in keeping climate change as low as possible realistically.
Did the Philippines sign this agreement?
Yes, the Philippines joined this agreement in April of 2016. In other countries like Bhutan, the ministry implemented that 60% of the country should be covered in forest. Currently, Bhutan is covered with 71% forest. Bhutan is one of the lowest carbon-emitting countries in the world.
Oh my god. Only 25% of the Philippines is covered with forest?
Sweden approves a carbon tax from the Constitutional Council for its country to promote decarbonization. The carbon emissions dropped by 2.8% from 2015 to 2018. Russia developed a climate finance system to transition from a brown economy to green economy. Carbon emissions went down by 200,000 megatons from 2019 to 2020. China focused on developing renewable energy using solar and wind power. China's emission went down by 800,000 megatons from 2019 to 2020.
Other countries should do the same.
United Kingdom implemented a carbon budget giving a 5-year statutory cap on total greenhouse gas emissions. Since then, the United Kingdom's emissions went down by 166 megatons in the last decade. In Scotland, they have Scotland's climate change legislation. The Climate Change Act of 2009 committed Scotland to a 42% reduction in greenhouse gases by 2020 and 80% reduction by 2050.
If what you say is true, then with proper policies and help from the government, we could stop climate change.
Well, climate change is inevitable and it's already happening. Even with all of the efforts being made by the Paris Agreement, we are still looking at a 2 degrees Celsius increase in global average temperatures. And if we push really hard, that might go down to 1.5 at best. If it gets any hotter, all those videos and pictures you saw on the internet, well, we might see worse outcomes. Your individual efforts may not seem much, but we need all the help we can get, so let's keep doing them and advocating them. Supporting any government policy that helps fight climate change would be a big help to the cause. If there is little to no effort to solve climate change from the government, then it is up to us to demand action.
Help stop climate change! Help stop climate change! Help stop climate change!